From Bay Baby's tiny pumpkins to something a little bigger, I'm visiting Joel Holland's pumpkin patch to see what's growing under these tarps. Oh my goodness, Joel, what do we have here?
Well, this is one of our giant pumpkins. It's actually the largest one we have right now in mid-August.
Oh.
Yeah, the cover is just to protect the pumpkin. This one's probably a little over halfway through the season now.
Shut the front door. So when it's done, then that means it'll be like this big?
It won't be quite that tall, but it'll be a lot wider and a lot longer and maybe a little bit taller. We have a plant that covers about 1,000 square feet here, and it has hundreds of leaves, all performing photosynthesis. You know, what they produce actually goes into just this one pumpkin. So at the peak of its growth, it was actually gaining 40 pounds each day.
Sounds like me. You know,
when you have too much dessert.
Right, exactly. So do you name your pumpkins?
I really don't. You know, some people do, and that's kind of fun. But
yeah.
I've grown so many now, I've run out of names.
Oh, you can't run out of names.
I've been growing pumpkins for 50 years.
Well, that's Little Val over there.
Okay.
A Little Val.
We just named it Little Val. It is. This is actually the most recent pumpkin that we've had a world record with, or world championship. And it actually is our largest pumpkin we've ever grown.
Okay.
It was 2,363 pounds.
But what happens to these world record pumpkins after they've been weighed?
A lot of them go out to the Krainick Dairy in Enumclaw. I think some of them actually get fed to their dairy herd.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, the cows just love the giant pumpkins when they're cut into pieces.
It's not really a nutritious thing for them, it's more of a treat that we give to them. They have to steam shovel a pumpkin, but they can make a pretty decent impact in about a half hour.
And I bet you practice makes perfect,
Absolutely.
right? Leanne Krainick runs Krainick Dairy. Aside from amazing milk products, these cows are making something else that helps gardeners like Joel.
The interesting thing with Joel is that we've been partnering with him for about 10 years. He called me one day and he said, "Leanne, do you have any compost for my patch?" And I said, "Sure, Joel." And he actually broke the state record that still holds.
Yes.
And it's partially because of compost from these ladies here.
Cows.
It's inside the in-vessel composter for 3 days, rotating in at about 160 degrees. And what comes out is dry and sterile, high in organic matter, which earthworms love, and has a wonderful, very great pH for vegetables, which really helps Joel and his fellow vegetable growers do some amazing things with produce. The fact that we can turn it into something that gardeners can use to grow produce for us, or that we can use as bedding, that's a win-win.
So this is what has become of Joel's pumpkin?
That's right, Val. The cows got to eat their fair shake, and then the rest is just gonna go for compost.
All right.
That we'll put on our fields.
May the great pumpkin rest in peace.